Hi, this is Carissa from the Dragon's Gem. Today we're actually going to be going over the cabochons that I had on hand before I started doing these reviews for you guys. And for the most part, they were purchased from one seller on Etsy, which is called GemsFactory, G-E-M-S Factory. Got a couple on the table that I had purchased from the bead shop that I work at. I work at Argenta Bead Co in Little Rock, Arkansas. And I'm actually getting ready to shoot a video tour of the bead shop. And we're trying to move into getting stuff listed online. So keep an eye out on the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. If you want to see the tour of our bead shop, there is a lot of stuff in there, and we get a lot of people who make sure to visit our bead shop when they're visiting from out of town. I've got people from New York who say that our shop has got way better variety than anything that they can find even in New York. And that video will hopefully be shot Wednesday, maybe Thursday, and I'll get it uploaded. Anyway, these are the cabochons, and some are not cabochons, that I had purchased on Etsy, gosh, maybe 5 or 6 months ago, and I've only used a few of them so far. Let's start with my absolute favorite, which are labradorites. Now, they had these labradorites listed as multi-fire labradorites, AA+ grade. I have no idea if the grades are accurate. I just make the jewelry, I don't rate it. So they had, all of their stones are sold by the weight. So for like these labradorites, I got 100 carats, which for me averaged to 4 stones, and it was $13.25 for 100 carats, which is about 20 grams. And these, see if we can get some flash going on in there. These are the labradorites. This is my favorite one out of the lot. I really hope that we're going to focus. I'm shooting in a new program called KineMaster, or KineMaster. I'm not sure. KineMaster. Hopefully it's gonna focus well and let me show things off and do some video editing. So these are the multi-fire labradorites. $13.25 for 4 of them, which is a much better price that I like to pay as opposed to like $10 a piece for some of the other sellers. And this was just a random assortment. I did not get to pick these stones. All of these, I did not get to pick them. I just chose the weight and they sent me whatever they wanted to send. I was allowed to specify if I needed certain shapes, and they do drill the cabochons for free. So if you wanted to get them drilled, you could put that request in. I just had them send me random stuff, and I didn't get any of them drilled. So anybody that's good with math can divide $13.25 by 4 and see that these stones are roughly a little over $3-ish, close to the $3 to $4 range per stone. Good price. I like that price to make jewelry with. So the quality that I've got versus what I paid, I'm happy with it. And I'm happy with the flashes. Like, they show well when you look at them straight on. They're a little more on the pale gold side, and I really like the darker blues and the brighter colors, but you know, they work. Other people will like them. I don't make for myself, I make for others. The next one that I have that I got from the same same seller, GemsFactory, are going to be these coffee bean Jaspers. I got 100 carats, 20 grams. I got 5 stones at $17.14. You can see I've set one of the stones already in this wire wrapped pendant. So they work really well for making these smallish pendants. They're pretty durable stones. They're all really uniform. I didn't mention that with the labradorite. They're smooth, they got flat backs, they're not chipped. I'm happy with them. The only thing about this lot, I don't know if you can see this here, it's got some sort of weird lump on the back. Like, I don't know what that is. I don't know if it was like a bit of glue or some rock. It almost looks like it was bonded to something. Maybe they had it bonded to something while they were working on it and then took it off and it just didn't come off well. So these are the coffee bean Jaspers, and I got the variety of shapes for all of these. I didn't specify any shapes. So for those of you out there who joke your birthstone is a coffee bean, this is your birthstone. This is what you want. Coffee bean Jasper. So that was 5 stones at $17.14, which divide that by 5 and you get math and you know a price. I'm not that good. I suck at math. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So again, in like the $3 to $4 range. Yeah, it took me that long. Don't laugh at me. This is some Tella, which I believe is a fossil. Again, 100 carats, 20 grams. I got 3 stones at $16.74. I know that one's a little over $5 each. But they were like really nice size. You can see they're like 2 to 3 finger widths. Or, yeah, finger widths long. Really smooth, no chips, no cracks, nice polish. Nothing weird about them. Let me get them up here so you can see the quality of them. I take it back. This one's got like a little something right there. I don't know if the camera's going to focus. This is a different thing I'm using. It looks like it was just like a natural inclusion or pit in the stone that they just didn't round off. Otherwise it would have made the shape not quite right. But there's the others. Show you the backs of these two. So that is the Tella. And if I'm pronouncing any of this stuff wrong, I apologize. Let's see, we've got some Rainbow Moonstone that they had rated as AAA+. I got only 50 carats of this, which is 10 grams. 4 stones for $21.32. So $5.25, a little bit over 5 1/4. I've already wrapped one of them in this this pendant here. I was kind of hoping the Moonstone would be a little bit flashier. See if this will catch any of the flash. They're not as vibrantly flashy as I'd like. Ooh, like this one is from a specific angle. I don't know if you can see the flash on that one. And then this oval one. These are all pretty high domed also. So, you know, you're getting these smaller cabochons at 50 carats, but if they were cut thinner, then you could probably get larger cabochons at the same weight. Like the Tella is cut relatively thin compared to how thick that Moonstone is cut. You can see. I'm happy with the Moonstones. Just that first one that I did didn't quite have as much flash as I would like. But you can kind of see it down there flashing as I move it around. I don't know, I guess it just depends on the lighting and the angle. I also got some rough amethyst shards that looks like they're just like tumbled enough to get the sharp edges off. They're just, you know, these little things are almost have kind of a waxy finish to them. They're nothing like really high grade. It's just a nice pretty chunk of, you know, amethyst, natural looking. It's mostly purple with just a little bit of white at the tips of some of them. And these, I'm kind of trying to decide how I'm going to wrap them and how I'm going to sell them. I've got one option here on this organza ribbon necklace that's just a very simple wire wrap, like how you'd do for just, you know, polished nuggets. And then I've got this one that's, I was playing around with some, like kind of like mesh at the top almost. So it's got a frame, and then it's got just a single wrap at the bottom, and then this mesh top. So it's two options that I've been playing with. I'm not sure how I'm going to wrap the rest of them. But they're definitely a lower price point. I got 200 carats, which is 7 stones, for $23.25. Let's see. This one I've already priced $20 for the wrapping and the necklace and stuff. I haven't priced this one. I don't know what I'm going to sell it for yet. This is a piece of snowflake obsidian that I don't remember where I got it. Like, I really thought that I got this from GemsFactory, but the thing is, I didn't buy it on its own. I don't have a slip for it. I wrote snowflake obsidian on a piece of paper, which I got this Gemstone mix, which was 100 carats of just a mix of random cabochons. But see, here's 4. I was pretty sure these were the 4 I got, which I know this is fluorite. So I know what that one is. The rest of them I was guessing at, but I know that this is snowflake obsidian, so I know what that is. Somewhere, one of these cabochons came from somewhere else, and I have no idea which one came from where. Like, I think it must be the snowflake obsidian. I really don't know where I got that one. So for the mix, where did I put that paper? I've got 100 carats, again 20 grams, 4 stones for $13.49. And I'm just guessing at these stones. I did some Google searching, and I really don't know. This like could be rhodochrosite. rhodochrosite. I wrote it down. I don't know if you can see that. It could be that. It could be pink opal. Not sure. It kind of looked like the other pink opal cabochons that the seller offered on their page. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's like citrine or green quartz or, you know, something else. It's yellow. It's kind of uneven. Like, it almost has more of a nugget feel to the top. It's not perfectly domed and rounded like the other pieces are. And even the sides are a little bit rougher. I don't know what it is. And then this one, again, I don't know what it is. It's some sort of dendrite. My guess, based on the other stuff that they had for sale, was honey dendrite opal. But it's not really, like, this stuff isn't shiny like opals, but not all opal is shiny. So I don't know what that is. It's some sort of dendrite, and it's got like those like light honey colored bands running through it. And the whole thing is just kind of like milky in color. Let's see. I've got this K2 Jasper, which is like a granite. 100 carats. 5 stones for $24.66, which is just a little under $5 per stone. That's K2. It's just this granite that gets blue spots in it. I thought that was kind of cool. And these are cut relatively thin, so you get larger cuts on them. And again, no chipping, smooth polish. Quality is really good. This one also has some more of that same stuff that was on the coffee bean Jasper, which I don't know what that is. I assume it was like to hold it somewhere while they shaped it. And then I want to show you these hematoid quartz. So we'll see if the video will focus on this. Polish this up a little bit. Got my fingerprints all over it. So I got the hematoid quartz. I really liked the inclusions in it. The little cracks and fissures that are inside the stone. They're not visible. Or you can't feel them on the top. They're inside. And to me, that just makes like really pretty ways for it to catch the light. And then this one, more of a solid color, but then you get it on this side and it's got like this crack running down the center, but you can't feel the crack. It's just inside. I thought that was pretty neat. Those I got from the bead shop that I work at, and they were 30 cents per gram. So for these 2 stones, that was $5.12. So that's, you know, $2.50-ish per stone that I can wrap. Now they're not cabochons though. I don't know what the cut is called. Is it pillow when they're rounded on both sides? They're not drilled. They're just mostly flat, domed on both sides, undrilled hematoid quartz, which I found were really pretty. And then this last piece I got also at work. It's just some sort of man-made processed stone that I got for $7. It's got a hole at the top that was drilled that I didn't use, but I wrapped it in this tree of life and did my hidden bale back. I'm going to put it on a nice little cotton cord and figure out my labor costs for this and hopefully get a decent price. I'm thinking about oxidizing it because like the wire as it is kind of blends in with the light backgrounds in there. So I was kind of thinking of oxidizing and then lightly buffing out the highlights. I think that'll make it stand out a lot better. So, don't know what stone it is. If anybody has any guesses, I'd be happy to hear it. It almost looks like there's some sort of metal in there, and it's probably dyed to get those pinks and greens. But there's like flashes of silvery, pewtery metal. I just don't know what it is. I guess that's it for what I've got from work. All of my other cabochons we've gone over. We've viewed those. Now, if you were curious if I was selling any of these, the cabochons that I'm not keeping, the ones that I do intend to sell, I'm selling this one here, this Larimar, which was $18. And then I'm selling this White Star Sapphire, which was $14. So if you add $2 to each of those, so I think I'm selling this one for $20 and this one for $16. So $20 and $16. That's just to add a little bit more on there to help cover the cost of what I paid for shipping for the whole lot, because I'm not trying to make money off of it. I'm not really happy with them. They don't suit my taste, and I paid a little bit more than I would have liked for making jewelry at my skill level. Now, somebody else who can make jewelry at a higher skill might be able to do something much nicer that would justify having a higher price point. And then this labradorite, I'll pull it out of the bag so you can see it. This was another one I got that I just was not really happy with, because I know that that flash shows up nice in the video, but I just don't like the way it looks in person. It's too subtle for me. I just thought I was getting something much different. And it's pretty, and there's a couple chips and notches along the end here, the edge, but those can be covered with wire when you wire wrap it, or if you set it in a bezel. It's not as great a polish as I'd like. Again, it's pretty. If I don't sell this itself, then maybe I'll do something with it at some point, but right now I'm not going to. So it is also up for sale in my Etsy for $18, and I paid $16 for it. So again, that couple dollars just helps to go and offset the cost of the shipping that I paid to get it to me. They come from different sellers. This one I think is Al Hijara on Instagram, and these were from Cabochons for Sale on Instagram. That's Cabochons for Sale with the word 4, not the number 4. Put those back in here. Yep. So anyway, that's what I've got for cabochons that I had bought before I started doing these videos. I've slowed down on buying them because I have enough to work with right now, and I'm getting ready to do Pagan Pride Festival in Hot Springs, and that's October 26th. So I'm trying to get all of these wrapped to sell at Pagan Pride Festival, and what doesn't sell will be listed on my Etsy for people to buy. And if I sell a lot, then I'll be able to afford to buy some new cabochons. I'm still waiting on a few orders to come in, and I just recently made a large purchase that I still need to pay for, that I might have to put on a payment plan and wait and see how I do at Pagan Pride Festival. If you want to see more of these videos and you have sellers you want me to check out, feel free to message me or leave them in the comments. I will check them out when I can, when I buy more cabochons, but that's gonna slow down here because I just can't afford to keep buying a ton. Hopefully I'll be able to get my Etsy shop stocked after Pagan Pride Festival, and things will sell and magic will happen and I can keep doing review videos for you. But I'm also going to see if I can try to do some tutorials. So if you have any tutorials that you want to see that, you know, you can't find elsewhere, or you want to know my version of them, take a look at my Instagram, take a look at the stuff that I've done, and let me know if you want to know how to do something. Like this here, this Tree of Life, I have had people ask about tutorials for it, and I've done kind of like a little tidbit video that kind of explains how I do stuff, but I couldn't really show you. If I get this video program that I got figured out, then I will try to do a tutorial on this for you. That's the only thing that I really know of so far. If you guys want to support me, please subscribe, like, follow me on all of the social media platforms. There will be links in the description down below. And shop my Etsy, share my Etsy. After October 26th, there will be a lot of stuff there, but I do accept requests by DM on Instagram or on Etsy. If you want me to make you something, awesome. If you've seen something that I've posted on Instagram and you want to buy it, message me, let me know. I will absolutely sell something to you guys first rather than say no. I just don't want to list it on Etsy and pay a bunch of fees and then sell it at the festival. Anyway, it's been nice to share this collection with you, and right now I am going to go ahead and go because it's like 3 a.m. here and I should probably take a nap before I have to work tomorrow. And hopefully I'll be able to get that video tour of the shop posted tomorrow also. Make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss future videos. And again, please follow me on social media, like and share my stuff. That really helps. Thanks, guys. Bye.